Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to be making an updated Arena Emporium guide, because with the new season you are now going to earn season tokens instead of arena coins from the Supreme Arena rewards. And I know you can convert season tokens into arena coins, but I definitely don't recommend that. I think you should be spending these on soul stones of key heroes that you need on your account, and this shop is planning to be updated with more heroes from the Song of Strife season that you'll be able to get. So you're going to be more limited on the number of arena coins you can earn. There are going to be three major ways that you earn arena coins. The number one and biggest contributor will be your daily and weekly ranking rewards, depending on the bracket, the ranking bracket you're in. Then number two, you have in Arena the weekly challenges. You can earn up to 2,000 arena coins if you attack 20 times, even without winning in those. And then finally, you have the guild chest that you get at the beginning of the week. Has some arena coins in it, but not very many. So that is pretty much how you're going to be obtaining arena coins. Now the question is, what is your priority on what to buy from this shop? As you can see, I previously considered buying the S-level heroes the most value, and I talked about that in a previous video, but my opinion has shifted. Even before I knew about this change to arena coins being converted to season tokens in the Supreme Arena, I was still leaning towards believing that stellar crystals are going to be more important for your account here. And I'm going to explain why. Because you're very limited on how many Celestial Hypogean heroes you can acquire over the course of your time playing. And I thought you could get by without building a lot of them. Like, you could just pass on many of the Celestial Hypogeans. But if you really want to enjoy the game as well as do well even in the Dream Realm ranking, you need to build up multiple Celestial Hypogean heroes. You can't just have your Rainier and have that be enough. And that's what I thought. And so because now you'll want to build Freestro, Taylene, Rainier to Mythic Plus, at least Scarlita, and then all these others other than Rainier you'll want to get to S Plus. And that's not even talking about PvP, where people then want to build Dunlinger and Darnell as well. So I guess every way that to get Stellar Crystals, you should try to get them. My issue with them in this shop was the fact that when you think about it, you're only going to be getting 22 maximum per month, and that is over 2-month period. It's only one guaranteed pity copy of a Celestial Hypogean, and I thought that acquisition rate was just way too slow, or and I think it is slow, but every bit does help. And if you get luckier, then you hit it before the pity, and you can get a hero built up faster. So I think that is the way to go. And now for the S level heroes here, I think it's really valuable, and honestly it's probably a good idea to build up all of these heroes to Supreme Plus at least eventually, because now, for example, in Ravage Realm, we saw that heroes which previously were not really useful anywhere had a place, like Brian, for example. So people who didn't have Brian built up got lower scores in the Ravage Realm. And I'm sure games modes like these will be returning in the future, and also every season there are new seasonal skills, or in this season Magic Charm bonuses, which can make heroes which previously were not used actually pretty good. And so eventually you'll want to get all of these heroes up to Supreme Plus, but it can be like a slow and gradual process. Now, out of the key heroes here, which I think are the most valuable, Haywin, Granny, and Rowan are probably the top three. However, that being said, Lumont is seen a lot in AFK stage pushing at a high level deficit if you have Ulmus built as well, because he has knockups, which will synergize with Ulmus. So that's one thing to keep in mind, and that's one thing, I haven't built Lumont even up until now, but I'm gonna try building up Lumont from now on. And then also buying the S level heroes, it can allow you to get Paragon upgrades. I got into the Paragon trap, kind of. I thought that if you can just get enough, if you can get a hero to Paragon 4, is going to dominate and win no matter what sort of team you have built around it. But it's not actually the case. Definitely a Paragon 4 hero is going to be beating Supreme Plus heroes, but if you have a Paragon 4 hero against Paragon 2 heroes, there's not a huge difference, and the team comp matters much more. And I mean, I use Haywin on my arena defense for a long time. Currently I'm not even using her anymore, but she is a good option for stall teams, and Granny is good in she can be a good tank in multiple teams, and like Brutus, for example, I'm using in my Supreme Arena defense. So definitely getting them to Paragon would be helpful, but it takes so many copies. You need 6 copies just to get to the initial Paragon 1 and 2, and then from that point on it's 9 copies. So like, I'm kind of asking myself, what am I even doing anymore? Like, I'm spending multiple months just trying to get 1 extra Paragon upgrade, and I'm not even building out heroes who I haven't built, like Lumont and Atalanta. So I got sucked into the Paragon trap kind of, and that was also why I was thinking maybe just go for the S level soul stones rather than the stellar crystals. But I think go for the stellar crystals. Basically, if you're in the top 200 of champion, you unlock the champion store, and every week you're going to have 3 different stellar crystals you can buy from here. And so for the whole month or over a 4-week period, you're going to get 12 stellar crystals in total. And every month, the arena store, this is for everyone, even if you're not in the top 200 of champion, you can buy out 10 stellar crystals, as you can see here, every month. And so in total, that is going to be 22 or a bit more than that per month that you're going to be getting. And the cost of all of this is not that much. Like 5 times 2,400 is 12,000 arena coins, and then you have another 12 times 1,200, which is going to be another 14,400. So in total it's going to be around 26,200 or 26,400, I believe, arena coins, which even if you're in the top 200 champion and you're doing your weekly attempts of arena, you're going to have more than enough to buy all of that for 26,400 arena coins. So that is what you should be shooting for, and then gradually your leftover arena coins, you can begin spending them on other S level soul stones to upgrade these heroes. But celestial hypogeans are kind of just, they're something you'll always want on your account. I thought that maybe because like at the beginning when they were first released, you had Diurnal, Scarlita, Rainier, and Burial, and really out of those it was just really Rainier that you needed. Scarlita was good for PvP, but the other two, like Diurnal is a PvP hero, Burial is somewhat PvP, but they weren't like so essential. But now they've been releasing heroes which are actually very essential for your account, like Freyaster, Talene. You're gonna want to have built up on your account eventually. They must have heroes for both Dream Realm or also Freyaster for AFK stage pushing. And Dunlinger is a passable hero because he's a purely PvP hero, but there are a lot of heroes which are going to be, and I'm sure in the future, Celestial Hypogeans, which are going to be PvE as well. And so like they're not heroes you really want to pass up on. So that's my opinion. And then also is a lot more laid back, and then just work on getting all of these heroes to S plus, Supreme plus. Once you get them there, then begin working on another one and complete all of them to Supreme Plus, because I know there are going to be more game modes added like Ravage Realm, which is going to take advantage of these heroes, and also we know new seasonal skills will be appearing. And like I mentioned, Lumont does really well in Almas type teams for AFK stages, so he's a good hero to build up for that. And that is pretty much it. Yeah, and in terms of like out of these S level heroes, I think like I said, Granny, Haywin, Brutus for Supreme Arena, Rowan is the most important. I have Rowan all the way Paragon 2 already, but Rowan to a Supreme Plus, as well as Haywin, Granny, all are going to help you a lot. Rowan would probably be my first pick from the shop. He helps you in AFK stages, he helps you early game, he's good in Arena. Haywin is good around a support type, a stall type team for PvP, and Granny can be a good tank overall, and Brutus is good in a Mauler team. But those are the key 4 PvP heroes pretty much. Igor can be used in a Graveborn stall team, so he maybe is the 5th. The other heroes here are not really PvP oriented. They would be for different areas, like Cassidy for certain boss fights, some Dream Realm options, and Brian for, I mean, you can use him in Iron nuke teams, but not usually the greatest option. But for Ravage Realm, he was a key damage dealer, and then Lumont for the AFK stages. So that is pretty much my updated guide for the Arena store. Again, I do not recommend changing these tokens for any of these resources. Wait until they update the shop and add new soul stones from heroes in the Song of Strife season. Like for example, Almas is a key hero for AFK stages. If you've been looking at the recommended formations, almost all of them include an Almas team. So Almas, and you'll want to get him to Supreme Plus, because that is when he unlocks all of his potential for the AFK stage pushing, and he's even good in PvP as well. Ludovic is a great healer. Elsa is a decent damage dealer for PvP. She was bugged, and that's why she was also a hard-hitting damage dealer for Dream Realm, the Crystal Beetle, but that is not normally going to be the case because they hotfix that. So don't like invest in her expecting her to be like the massive damage dealer for Crystal Beetle, because she won't be. And then of course Lily May, Mikola. Lily May, Mikola, even Lenya potentially, these could all be key targets for your tokens, especially if you don't have Lily May or Mikola to Supreme Plus yet. By the time they come out, you'll want to have saved up enough tokens to just buy as many copies of them as you can. Those are the two key heroes. Lily May, Mikola, those were the highlight heroes from the previous season. And Alamis as well for AFK stage pushing, that is. But for like overall in the game, Dream Realm, Mikola and Lily May, they are the top tier heroes in the whole game, let alone just the last season. Anyway guys, that is going to be it for this video. Hopefully it was helpful, and let me know what you think about it in the comment section down below. But basically my advice has changed. Always try to go for the stellar crystals whenever they're purchasable, and it will slowly help you acquire your celestial hypergene hero copies. And if you get lucky, you could acquire them a lot faster with the stellar crystals, because it is based on luck. Anyway guys, thank you for watching. That is it for this one, and until the next video, everyone, peace out for now.